store, as it'll be the New York Giants taking on our home team. The final playoff push is upon us. It's week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Ready? Let's go.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 11 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
First play of the drive, a first down run. Well, that sets you up for whichever way you want to go. Do you come right back and run the football again because you've got them on their heels? Or do you play chess match with them, break tendency, and go play action and go for the big shot?
They hand off to their big tight end. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A good gain of 12 yards that time.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
Ready? Cougar 19. Check, Panther.
Now it's JCM, Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains.
And 11 at the 46-yard line.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Again, it's Krosky-Merritt. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. You talk about this Giant defense. And they played well against the pass, currently ranked 7th in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Panther 60. Ready?
Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down. So after several rushes to start the game, Charles, they go to the air there and get a nice completion.
Nice mix-up on the play calling, right? Establish the running game, make the defense think you're going to do it again, and then hit them over the top. Now you've got them betwixt and between. They don't know which way you're going to come at them.
Now Daniel is going to keep it. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on first down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
From the 29, here's a 2nd and 4.
Let's go. Viking 8.
And they'll run it here. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Daniels with a give to Krosky-Merritt. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
Krosky Merritt will take it in. Touchdown. First quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage here by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. Looking to put a drive together. Throwing to start the drive. McCollum. And this one is going to be off the mark. Too far out in front. When you look at this defense, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
They forced 7 turnovers.
How many?
7.
7.
I mean, think about that number now. That's supposed to be a lucky number, right? Lucky for one side, unlucky for the other.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Operating from the gun. McCollum. Pass is caught by Wan'Dale Robinson. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep.
Oh, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Giants. Malik Neighbors, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. So a nice touchdown pass for the rookie there. And, as they go down the stretch, look, they're not a playoff team. This is just confidence building and growth time for him, right?
Yeah, it's a game within the game, isn't it? Because every team wants to win all games on their schedule. But the development of this rookie quarterback is paramount for this team. So you're exactly right. Every rep, doesn't matter what the game, what the situation, what the score, valuable for him, valuable for his team as they look towards next year.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 40, right around the 39. So solid starting field position. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, and they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. Up the middle, Krosky Merritt. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Still needing 10 yards. Now it's 3rd down.
Here we go, here we go. 60, Dragon 60. Mustang 19. Let go.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. He'll try and do this himself. And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Picked by Kenneth Murray. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late, and that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
Tracy going to get it on 1st down. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
From the 44-yard line, here's a 2nd and 8. In motion left, Robinson. They'll go again with Tracy. And he takes it down to 4 with a pickup of 4.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
This now a 3rd and 4. In motion comes the tight end left. From the gun on 3rd down. McCollum. That's complete. It's Neighbors. And some room to run now. And a big gain that time. He's out of bounds on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, a 1-point game, 7-6. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Now the former Sun Devil, it's Cam Scalaboo. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or 2 in this situation.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
Here we go, here we go. Half the 60, half the 60.
They'll try the end around with Robinson. And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now. Scalaboo will take this one in. Touchdown, New York. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
Gano the extra point, and that'll make this a 6-point game.
Graham Gano to kick off for New York.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
First down 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Ready? 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. No, ready?
On the give, Krosky Merritt. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
Here comes third and about a foot.
Let's go. Bronco 80. Go.
That's complete to his receiver. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. Setting up the screen, Krosky Merritt. And he's going to be up around the 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Finding room at midfield. And finally taken down at the 30-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
On the ready.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
60 boxes. 6.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Franklin. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Now that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
70 Timberwolves. Ready.
Throwing now is Daniels. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now Daniels going to keep it. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Ready.
Daniels looking to throw. They'll swing this out to Krosky Merritt. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
The carry here for the big tight end. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Brevin Jordan, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And his guys are an extra point away now from taking the lead. Certainly there are good things about quick strike offenses that score fast, but a long drive can also work to your advantage as well.
In so many ways, Brandon, because number one, you get them tired, but the big one is mentally. They can't figure out how to slow you down, how to get off the field, how to get the ball back. They go to the bench wondering, what are we going to do next time in order to stop those guys?
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
Take over first and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they haven't had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
That's caught downfield by Neighbors. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. They'll look to throw now on first down. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he wisely will throw that one away.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Ready.
2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That play call wasn't there for them against that coverage. So they're going to spin the dial now in their playbook and come up with one more shot at the marker to try and keep this series going.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Motioning to the left is Robinson. They'll look to throw again. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. They'll try the field goal now with Graham Gano. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. And I think Gano missed it. He did. He missed it off to the right. No good.
It's been a nightmare season. You're well under 500. Your defense hasn't really kept you in a lot of games. And now it's spilling over to the kicking game. That's 3 points you've got to be able to bank on.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Come on, come on.
And with a 1-point lead, you'd have to think they'll be looking just to get this to halftime. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. They work now on 2nd and 9.
Here we go, here we go. Purple 80. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Go.
To the air goes Daniels. And that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit and it forced an incompletion.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Cougar 19.
Here's Daniels. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Ready, ready.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Get it. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Buffalo 18. 18, Pioneer. Ready, ready.
Now Daniels. Now he's going to step up and run. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
To throw is Daniels. Now he'll tuck this and run. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Touchdown! Jacory Krosky-Merritt in the final seconds of the first half. And they're able to add on to their advantage. Well, forget about the weapons out wide. He knows he's got another weapon in the backfield of the passing game, Charles, and he utilized him perfectly on that play.
And the offense coordinator showed me something on that play, Brandon, because so often during a game, our cameras find them looking down at their play sheets, and you wonder if they're absorbing anything. He had something specific in mind, and he went to it, and it worked well.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. 1 second, all that remains. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Giants set to get the football, and they trail here as we get back underway in the second half. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line to the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. On the ground, it's Scatterby to start the drive. And space tough to come by there, so we get maybe a yard to the 37.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
2nd down and 8. Looking to throw. McCollum. He'll check this one down to Scatterby. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
We often talk about understanding the playbook, understanding progressions, and understanding what the defense is doing. We saw all of that on that play. Great recognition and understood where his running back was going to be. Found a way to have him leak out underneath. Hit him with the football, and they picked up the first down.
Yeah, that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. Here's Jamie Gillen now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have played so strongly. You look at the scoreboard, you probably, with the way they played, you would think the margin would be a lot bigger, right?
You would. And in your experience, how many times have we run into coaches where they've talked about, hey, we just want to put it in the hands of our defense and have them win the game? In this case,
yeah, not the case.
Not at all. You want to put it in the hands of your offense, but you always feel better about saying defense because you think defense is a constant.
No, bottled up. It's out. It's loose. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Giants touchdown. So they were down. by a touchdown, probably just hoping the defense could hold them, maybe force the punt. Instead, they force the turnover and take it into the house.
Well, the plan was perfect. That's exactly what they wanted. Instead, they got a lot more than that. Big-time capitalization by taking the ball away and putting it in the end zone.
The Giants will line up for the two-point conversion.
They'll look to throw. Goes right side. And he's got it. So they went ahead and went for two to tie the game, and it works out. And, boy, things switched on a dime here. The fumble recovery for the touchdown and also a two-point try on top successful.
That feels like a momentum call. Pick it up on a fumble return, take it the other way for a touchdown. That's demoralizing for a team to have it happen against them. So the offense just says, you know something? Let's add to it. Pile on top, go for two now while their heads are down.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
First down and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. From the shotgun now. Here's it. And the ball is knocked out. And who's got it? The Giants.
And that, Charles, you'd have to think a pretty avoidable mistake.
You're exactly right about that, partner, because it all comes down to covering up the football. Look, turnovers are going to happen. They're inevitable. But in a tie game in the third quarter, those turnovers can change the tide of the ball game. And now it's up to their defense to try and bail them out. Got to take care of the rock.
Straight ahead, here's Tracy. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And as a defensive... Getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. Back to throw. McCollum able to locate his man Slayton on an out route. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
If you run an out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. It's a 7-yard gain and good enough to move the chains.
Well, with his size, you've really got to wrap up because arm tackles, they're not going to cut it. And that time, he used his full-grown man strength to fight off his defender and pick up the first down.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. I think you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
They'll run from the gun with Scatteroo. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on third down.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
In motion left, Robinson.
Let's go.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2.
For right side, taken in by Bellinger.
And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown.
Daniel Bellinger.
A 5-yard touchdown.
And the Giants have scored again in this third quarter, this time to move out in front.
Extra point try good by Gano. And they will take a 7-point lead. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
But this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Ready. Liking it.
Up the middle they go. It's Franklin. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play.
One advantage having a lead guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Ready.
On third down, Franklin. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Well, they gave themselves options there on the third down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
Now he's loose down the left sideline.
And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a first down.
Every team in the league always wants explosive plays, breakout plays, and even more so when it's your horse who's had a tough time during the game.
Yeah, not that great in the first half. Maybe he can recalibrate here in the third and then carry that over to the fourth.
I like that. Recalibrate. Strong.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Well, partner, they've used him quite well out of the backfield in this one. And here's another nice example. They set up the screen, and he's able to pick his way downfield for a nice gain there.
On first down, he'll drop to throw.
That one finds Pierce right side.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And it's 2nd down.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, and that was a nice job of improvising, but it's not normal. Usually when the screen pass is taken away, you're taught to just throw the ball to the ground at the feet of the receiver so that you don't get it intercepted and just start over, but he ended up finding another receiver.
Now 2nd and 3.
Get it. Let go.
They'll try the left side. It's Franklin. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. The offense on 3rd down, they've been excellent, 6 for 7. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Ready?
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal.
Back goal 80. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles.
They'll try to run this one right up the gut. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line.
Got it.
That's a
Ready?
good job defensively to diagnose the run
Check.
and stop it for a very short pickup.
Here we go. Check. 19 Tiger. 19 Tiger. Ready, ready?
They'll try to run this one in. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter.
That will tie the game, 28 all.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try and grab that lead back. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Giants.
An inside run to Scatteroo.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
From the 46, here's 2nd down and 2.
Let's go now. 70 Lions.
Give up the middle, Scatteroo.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
Well, that kind of hit will certainly fire up your team both on the field and on the sideline. Tackles for lost yardage, they're always welcome.
A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down.
19 Tiger. 19 Tiger. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. Let's go.
Operating from the gun, McCollum. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Getting down to the
good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they search for a score to break this tie. Here comes second down at 5. Now the first carry for Devin Singletary. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
But they're certainly not neglecting their run duties as well as they ate up the blockers in front and allowed the secondary to get home.
Well, the noise got to be an issue now offensively. Here's 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. McCollum. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
And I know they would have loved to have had a touchdown there to give them some cushion. But now, kick the field goal. Get the lead. Let your defense bring you home. Show some faith in those guys on the other side of the ball.
Here we go. This is 4th down. Operating from the gun. McCollum. That is caught. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Well, they did the part they had to do. Quick throw got the first down.
But that doesn't allow them to relax. They still have plenty of work to do.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. A give up the middle to Singletary. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
They'll come up now on 2nd down. Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. And the Giants are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. Clock's under a minute. Still plenty of time, Parker. They have all 3 timeouts.
That means they have plenty of options in their play calling and where they target on the field. They can throw it downfield, maybe even in the middle, and use their timeouts.
Here we go. Here we go.
1st down. Here's Scatterby. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Second down, goal to go.
Go! 18 Cardinals, go!
They'll give it to Scatterby. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. This crowd doing all they can. Here's 3rd and goal.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. 72.
A give, it's Scatterby. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th.
Well, any thoughts about overtime?
And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed, and in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it. And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game.
So it all comes down to the right foot of Graham Gano. 2 seconds on the clock. This for the win. And the kick is good. Graham Gano connects as time expires. And the Giants win the football game.
Well, somebody lit a fire under that